205ers. You guess where my children are? Now, if you would like to guess and you don't want to hear the answer, turn the sound off and you can watch it again with the sound on, and then you can find out if you were correct in your guesses. Here we go. We are in room 205 in the red chair which sat next to our read aloud. It was a hard one. It is Mrs. Meyer's desk in the office. You're right, the fake grass that sat in the back of the room. The sweet tooth. Remember, it was on the back wall in our room. Oh, this is the fence going out to where we used to do fire drills. Gumball machine. This is out on the playground, the balance beam. You are right. It was in one of the baskets over by the sink. Rock wall. Pencil sharpener. Playground. Mailboxes. The bench outside on the playground. Jar of mints. Playground. Remember, we lined up on the number 6. Remember the big picture frame that was outside the computer lab on the wall with all of the kids that go to our school? Yeah, and if you look very carefully, you can see Soraya at the bottom, and I also see Jersey. The slide. Well, of course, we had to go to Arctic Shaved Ice. The back doors where we used to come in from recess. This one's a toughie. Remember the big sign inside the back door and it said Maplehurst where the journey begins? Well, that's where Isaiah is. Candy jar. Lost and found. Rock wall. Mailbox. The bucket filler sign in the front lobby of our school. The glue stick box. The back wall where we had the wow work. This one's another toughie. You used to sit on this in Mr. Cole's class. Remember, this was the stage. The window to 205 from the outside. Coat hooks. Our whiteboard at the front of the classroom. Yes, you are correct. It is a bunch of paper towel rolls. But do you remember where they were? This picture was taken in Mrs. Protzman's art room. Wow, work. Buddy bench. Good cups. The thing that you stood on where two people would swing back and forth. Sorry about my foot being in the picture. Do you see the tires that are down there? Good job, guys. Band-Aid station. Ooh, that one's a toughie. This is way up on the front wall where we had all the specials right above the smartboard. The snack jar. Yes, it's a marker bin, but where was this? The art room. Back wall in room 205, way up on that big shelf. Here we are. We are in the office at the mailbox. Room 205, the popcorn box with all the popcorn for good behavior. Out in the hallway, the fire alarm. Room 205, the United States of America flag. And you're never going to guess this one. The cafeteria. Mrs. Sindlinger's desk in the office. Candy jar. Room 205, Mrs. Reed's desk. Library. The word wall. The brown cabinet at the back of our room. Ooh, the wall of fame. The tiny little candy jar that we used to get treats from if we did a good job in our workbook. Art room. The teacher's chair. Library. (205). Javi is sticking inside the file cabinets. You are correct. It is hanging down right over the sink. The little red wagon. Our brand new door. Ooh, this one was tricky. Art room. Allie is hanging down. You are correct. Right over by the sink and the drinking fountain. Ooh, the big glass case outside of the cafeteria. Right next to our calendar in the front of our classroom. My bookshelf in 205. Library. You guessed it, our marker and our eraser bin. Mr. Moore's office. Above the cabinets in room 205. Computer lab. Above the file cabinets in room 205. Here's another tricky one. It is someone's desk, but where have you seen these cool things? You are correct. It's Mrs. O'Neill's desk in the computer lab. And last but not least, our very own mouse and his secret door in room 205. Thank you for playing along.